In the introduction, I suggested that while Canberra stresses Indonesia's importance, at least from a government-to-government basis, polls suggest that Australians know more about China and Japan. How profound is this ignorance about our nearest neighbor?
So I would argue that the same thing happens in Indonesia, where I think most Indonesians don't have a decent understanding of Australia. The number of, I think, the degree of Indonesian literacy, and by that I don't just mean, say, being able to speak Indonesian. I mean the general knowledge about Indonesia is not as high as it is about other countries. And if you look at the Lowy polls, I think there's still a lot of people who think Indonesia is a dictatorship, for example, or has high levels of Islamic radicalism,
Yeah.
all of which are not entirely true.
Mm.
So I think I've always believed that investing in area studies, as well as both at the university as well as the school level, even,
Mm.
is important. It should not be driven by market demands. It should be driven by genuine strategic goals, right? You want to have an Asia literate Australia. And in my view, you want to have an Indonesia that is also not only Australia literate, but also literate about its wider region. Um,
Mm.
but that requires investments from governments. Without genuine understanding and area studies knowledge, the risk is that you end up creating policy that is not fit for purpose.
Mm. Mm.
That you sort of set aside each other's interests, and then whatever understanding about each other gets implanted by stereotypes as well as by other sets of interests and other sets of interests.